We are tackling a question that has left many political pundits and voters alike scratching their heads. Why is Donald Trump still so strong in the race despite his controversial and often divisive rhetoric? Hello everyone, welcome to Global Perspective. I'm Emmanuel Array. We are tackling a question that has left many political pundits and voters alike scratching their heads. Why is Donald Trump still so strong in the race despite his controversial and often divisive rhetoric? At this stage of the race, many are lost at his rise and is neck and neck with Vice President Kamala Harris. Not even the eating cats and dogs rhetoric has moved the needle.
Going to another subject, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Or what many have described as plain lies, or talks about people leaving his rallies. Now let's break it down. First, it's important to understand that Trump has built an exceptionally loyal base, whether you like it or not. For many, his unapologetic anti-establishment persona is a breath of fresh air. They see him as someone willing to say what others won't, unafraid of being politically incorrect. Now, this resonates with voters who feel left behind or disillusioned by traditional politics. No matter what controversies or criticisms come his way, Trump's core supporters remain fiercely loyal. They see his comments not as divisive, but as brutally honest, cutting through what they perceive as the hypocrisy of mainstream politics. I've seen and heard some of his supporters say they've never heard him lie. Perhaps Democrats won't agree with that.
Nancy Pelosi, she is very responsible for what went on then. She planned it.
She planned what happened?
I believe so.
Why did she plan to get attacked by a mob of Trump supporters?
Because she wanted to be able to blame it on the Trump supporters and have something bad to say about them.
Shouldn't we investigate that?
Yes.
So you must be watching the January 6th committee.
No.
I mean, have you seen Donald Trump lately? He out there giving 2-hour speeches, just word salad. Said the other day, January 6th was a day of love, he said that. Like it was Woodstock or Coachella. If your grandpa was acting like this, you'd call up your brother, call up your cousin, you say, hey, have you noticed grandpa? He acting kind of funny right now. But here's the interesting thing, is he acts so crazy and it's become so common that people no longer take it seriously. I'm here to explain to you, just because he acts goofy does not mean his presidency wouldn't be dangerous.
Another reason Trump is still strong in the race is his economic track record, especially before the pandemic. Many voters remember the booming economy in America during his first term. Low unemployment rates, particularly among minority groups. Rising stock markets for some. That meant more money in their pockets.
Anybody that can say that they living better now than they was 4 years ago, I mean, I'll be happy to hear, how you're living better.
And the reason some people think, well, I don't know, I remember that economy when he first came in being pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good, because it was my economy. We had had 75 straight months of job growth that I handed over to him. It wasn't something he did. I had spent 8 years cleaning up the mess that the Republicans had left me the last time. So just in case everybody has a hazy memory.
Even today, Trump continues to pitch himself as a candidate who can restore economic prosperity and job growth, particularly for working class Americans. The polls show him ahead of Kamala Harris on the economy. Another reason is that many of Trump's supporters don't just admire him, they see him as a symbol of rebellion against a political system they believe is broken. They view him as an outsider who, despite his wealth, understands the frustrations with Washington insiders, the media, and the big tech. Whether you agree with these or not, his supporters seem to have the final say.
Do you believe schools should be teaching critical race theory?
No.
Why not?
I feel like, honestly, it brings about more racism, bringing more issues around that don't need to be.
What is critical race theory for people that don't understand it?
See, I really don't even know. I'm assuming. Can you explain it a little bit to me, honestly?
Yeah. Do you think Americans should ban fracking?
No.
You don't?
No.
Do you feel strongly about fracking?
That's a good question.
Not to drill this point home, but people that are involved in fracking, what are they doing?
I don't know.
Do you think Trump or Harris would be better for the GDP?
Well, Trump's going to be better at anything than her. She can't even speak, let alone look at you. I mean, yeah, she's not good for anything.
In terms of the GDP, do you think she has an understanding of what it is? Do you think she could even define it?
Probably not.
Can you?
No.
Do you think we need to keep socialism out of the government?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Don't end up like Canada. No.
How about Marxism?
Marxism? No.
You don't think we should?
Nah.
For people that don't understand Marxism, how would you even describe it to them?
Marxism, it's putting a point on somebody that, yeah, it's kind of a judgment thing. It's kind of basically, it's a stereotype.
Right.
Finally, Trump is a media master. Whether you love him or hate him, you're talking about him. His constant presence in the media, whether through rallies, interviews, or social media posts, or sometimes bizarre moments, ensures that he remains in the spotlight.
Good evening. And those two people that went down are patriots, and we love them.
Yes.
And because of them, we ended up with some good music, right? Right? So play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud.
Here we go, everybody.
So what do you think? Is Trump's continued appeal surprising? Or do you see it coming from a mile away? Let's know in the comments below. See you next time.